Hello, Bram Stolk here, introducing the TurboLEDz devices, these things here. Okay, a TurboLEDz device. It looks like this, and this is the back. It's plugged in with micro USB, and it just plugs onto a USB header on your motherboard. And when it's installed in your PC, it kind of looks like this. This PC has two TurboLEDz devices in it, a top one and a bottom one. And the top one is the CPU load version of the device, and the bottom one shows the core frequencies of the CPU cores. Now you can see a live feed here on the side. So on the bottom, the frequencies. Now if the CPU cores are clocked low, the LEDs are off, and this particular machine has 6 cores in it. So there are 6 lines on the display, and you see it's mostly off, which means that all the cores are clocked close to the idle frequency, which I think is 800 megahertz on this machine, and it scales up to 4 gigahertz or so. Now if the core is throttled up to a turbo, or near turbo, it will show in red. When it is slightly elevated from idle, it is green, and if it's above that, it goes to orange. So it goes to off, green, orange, red. Okay, let's make this machine sweat. So in this window here, I'm gonna build some software. So let's say we wanna build the SDL library, and we're using 2 compilers at the same time. So we'll be using 2 cores. So if I issue this command, we see here on the live display that the CPU load goes up. We see those 2 green segments light up, and here on the bottom we see the core's frequency go up. Now it's hard to see, but roughly 2 cores are throttled to turbo, because there are roughly 2 red LEDs on each bar. And well, we'll just let this build command finish, and now it quiets down again, and the CPU, all cores now are idle, 800 megahertz, so nothing is lit up. Now if we repeat this exercise with, let's say, 4 cores, remember this is a 6-core machine, then we will see mostly red, because 4 out of 6 cores will be turboing. And also we see on the top display an elevated CPU load. This machine has hyperthreading, which means that the 6 physical cores are actually 12 virtual cores. So let's build again. 6 cores. We see the bottom display, pretty much all the cores are turboing, and we see the CPU load at 50%. And we'll let this finish again, and the machine goes idle again. And let's do it one more time. 12 cores, so all 12 virtual cores, and now we see a full CPU load on the top, and we see also pure red on the bottom, because 12 compiler processes on this CPU will completely make all cores scale up in frequency. Let's do that one more time, and there we go. Of course, let me break this off. It's more interesting if we get different colors. So if we slightly lower this, And this is the TurboLEDz device. Thank you for watching, and until next time.